Hello and welcome to Kirkurapi Crossing. Today I'm going to be sharing my daily routine for Animal Crossing for anyone who may want to get into a daily routine for Animal Crossing, then they just don't know how or where to start, or also for someone who plays every now and then and wants to know maybe what they can do daily for Animal Crossing. Anyway, I'm going to share some of what I do, my tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. I hope you enjoy. So obviously, first things first, you gotta listen to the lovely Isabel's broadcast announcements, and they're actually quite helpful as sometimes she'll give you recipes or tell you about the weather or events. Oh, so today she's telling me that we're having shooting stars tonight, which lets me know maybe what I can do later tonight until I can get some more crafting materials or can see Celeste, possibly, and whatnot. So she's actually very helpful for different type of daily events. The first thing that I like to do is check my mailbox, as sometimes you can get less messages from Tom Nook, Happy Home Paradise, or any mail that you may have ordered. As you can see, I unfortunately do not have any mail. And once I'm done checking my mail, I typically just like to change my outfit just for a fun little cute outfit every day. It's not really a necessary step, and not everyone does this daily. Just as I was about to leave to continue the rest of the day, Stinky actually decided to come in and visit for a surprise hangout. Villagers will sometimes do this, and they can stay for quite a bit sometimes, but sometimes it's really nice to have them in here, as they can also be really helpful. As you can see, one of my favorite villagers, Stinky, decided to stop in for a little visit. If you leave the house, they'll leave too if they are bothering you that badly. And you can also ask them to continue staying if they want you to leave. And now with him gone, we can continue the rest of our day. The next thing I like to do is run around my island and search for a few different things. I also grab my shovel out a lot of the time, as most of these do require a shovel. First step would be to find my money tree. And there's my money tree, so that's one out of the way. Step one would be to find my money tree. But I would also like to find some fossils, my money rock of the day, and then collect any weeds or tree branches that might just be laddering around. A helpful hint is to bury 10,000 bells, and you'll get triple the amount. So instead of burying what you received, is to put in the extra 9,000 and get a lot more out later. A helpful hint for when you're digging up rocks is to place the 2 holes like that and then spam your A button. This way you can get all 9 things out of the rock. You can also do this with money rocks as well, and you can get the full 16,000. And then you can press Y to kick them to prevent yourself from wasting shovel durability. So I finally found my runny rock. Unfortunately, it had to be this rock. I have been kind of procrastinating removing that one tree, as if you have a tree near a rock, it will prevent you from getting the full 16,000 bells. So try to not have any trees in the way of your money rock, or else you are not going to get the full amount of money. You're going to be missing out on a full 8,000. So if you've been planting your money trees daily enough, eventually every day you will have a money tree to collect. And if you've been planting the 10,000 bells in your money tree hole, you'll be able to get that full 30,000 bells a day, profiting 20,000 bells. Now that I'm all done running around my island and collecting stuff, I am going to go collect some fruit now. I like to do this whenever I have maybe some extra time to play Animal Crossing, or I just have fruit that's available, as well as you can earn quite a bit of bells from fruit, especially if you have a lot of your non-native fruit on your island, as those sell for quite more. Your regular fruit can sell for 100 bells, while your native fruit sells for 500 and coconuts sell for 250. So it's nice to know if you have a lot of non-native fruits that you can rack up the bells quite quickly. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of non-native fruit. Most of my fruit is my apples. Warning, this can also take up a lot of your storage really quickly, as you can only have 10 of each fruit in a stack before it goes to another slot in your inventory. So if you have a lot of fruit trees on your island, or not like a lot of pocket space, you might be doing trips back and forth. Unsurprisingly, I ran out of pocket space. Well, if you really don't have a lot left to get, you could just read your DIY recipe and save up that 1 or 2 extra pocket spaces that you might need to make everything in one trip. I clearly have a lot more left to go. I could have also merged some of my bell bags together to create a lot more space, but I feel like for anyone really, it's probably just easier to go get your fossils assist and donated, so you can get rid of those. And then I also am going to drop off any materials I may want to use as crafting supply later, And if I have enough of said crafting supplies, I will just go sell it. I like weeds. You should probably just sell weeds. I didn't here, but it might just be simpler to sell those, as you can get a lot if you just keep all your weeds constantly. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to shaking more trees until my pocket's full, as there are quite several fruit trees near here. On the way to Timmy and Tommy's, as the shop is further away. If it was a lot closer, I would have probably gone straight to Timmy and Tommy's to just sell whatever fruit I have. But because of what I had put in my storage and merging these bell pegs together now, I might actually have some storage for quite a bit more fruit than if I would have just merged the bell pegs together and read the DM recipe, and I probably saved myself quite a bit of storage space. Now that I've completed getting all the fruit off of all my trees, Stinky, no you're not leaving, I'm going to go sell my fruit now and earn quite a bit of profit from that, and then also the seashells I have collected from the beach. And look at my two little cows, they're being so cute. Tipper and Patty. We love it when villagers are sitting next to each other. That's probably one of the best moments that you can get if you're Fane or villagers. And now that I'm done selling my fruit, I'm actually done with all of the harder steps in my daily routine, and after I sell my fruit or any materials I may have collected, I am about to spend quite a lot of bells on practically every furniture item in the shop that I think may or may not be useful in the future. It might not be. I just buy it because it's a furniture item. It's nice to have, and obviously you don't have to buy all this furniture if you choose not to. It's more of a preference. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy everything in the shop. Ignore getting this. It is a joke. It is for my joke room. Please ignore this. Don't mind this. Move on. Thank you. Now that I'm done spending all my bells on some interesting items, I like to check out this thing. It has some cute wallpaper, and I will spend a lot of my money on this too, especially if they have some good ones here. But if you're ever looking for wallpaper or flooring, this is definitely a nice place to check if you're bored of your white walls, as that's always the default. It's the white walls with the light brown flooring. So sometimes this is nice to get some of this. Now that I'm done spending some bells at the shop, I am going to spend even more at Evil Sisters. This is my happy place. I like to buy things in every color. Not everyone may, but I like to buy things in a lot of the colors that they come in. Now that I am done absolutely draining my Bells account, we obviously gotta talk to Sable. She's amazing. If you actually chat with her every day, I think it's around for a week that you talk with her every day, she will give you sewing patterns. And she also really, you get to know a bit about her and Mabel's story and their childhood a little bit more. And she actually is a really nice villager. When you start talking to her for this long period of time, she is probably one of my favorite villagers. And I honestly never really liked her before chatting with her, as I always thought she was just rude and mean. But she's actually really nice, and she's just busy and tired and stressed, and I get that. But she's amazing, so be sure to stop by and give her a little chat. Now that everything is done, the one last final step is to go say hi to all your villagers, because we like our villagers, mostly. and it builds friendship with your villagers. Plus, for the first few Nook Miles, if you talk to all your villagers, you can get Nook Miles. So I like to try talking to all my villagers after I get everything done, as it also helps stuff. Helps where I don't have to do stuff, multiple things at the same time. But if it's helpful for you, you can also try talking to your villagers as you're trying to get stuff done. It's just a lot simpler for me, as I'm like crossing off all 10 villagers as I'm going along, instead of crossing off different things and then crossing off villagers on top of that. So, I mean, also this order is not an order you have to follow by all means. You can do this daily order however you want. This is just how I do my daily routine. Now that I'm all done talking to all my villagers, there's only one more step for me to do in the day. My favorite step.
Beat that boy with a bat. Smash!
Oh, the best step ever. And that is all for my daily routine in Animal Crossing. I hope you enjoyed and maybe got a few things out of the video. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.